Hey guys, today's going to be a back to basics type video. It's about everyone is you pushed out, which is, I believe, a Neville Goddard concept. I'm not sure if it's more just general within the law of assumption community or whether it's a phrase that he coined and part of his specific teachings, but either way it is part of law of assumption. It's a really integral part of understanding how to manifest what you want, why you're experiencing what you are in your 3D reality, and yeah, just giving you basically the tools and knowledge of how and why to change your reality to get what you want. So do thumbs up and subscribe if you like this topic. If you'd like more general overview advice videos of law of assumption, let me know in the comments if you want something specific or you're happy with these more general overview topics. I also offer a little bit of one-on-one coaching. I have an Instagram page where I post all about law of assumption tips and tricks, and I know that sounds a little funny, but it's not like a DIY random project, but it's like little, one-liners and quick, easy to digest tips of how to manifest and affirm. So it's called LOA Coaching on Instagram. Take a look if you are interested and you feel like you want some one-on-one coaching. So let's just get into this topic. I have a couple of notes on my phone as usual, a few things I'm going to read out to you guys, but I'll just start off with a general overview, my understanding, my experience with what everyone is you pushed out means. So it's kind of self-explanatory in terms of everyone is you, but they're pushed out reflecting back to you in your 3D reality. So your parents, your friends, your partner, your colleagues, strangers on the street, they are reflecting back to you your beliefs. So I'll give you a couple more specific examples. Let's say you're not in a good place in your relationship, your boyfriend and you are constantly arguing, he's being rude to you, he's dismissive and he ignores you. Well, that is a reflection of A, your self-concept, but also B, your personal inner beliefs about him. So it's, if you have negative beliefs about him, he's going to reflect them back to you in the way he treats you. Likewise, if you have negative beliefs about yourself, which in terms of a relationship could be things like you're not worthy of love, you struggle to commit to a long-term relationship, it always falls apart. You might have those kind of subconscious beliefs and it's going to play out, unfortunately, in your 3D reality. Now that you're aware of what everyone is you pushed out is, you can understand that it's really it's not your fault and you shouldn't put the blame on yourself, but it is a reflection of what you believe, your inner thoughts, assumptions and beliefs that have built up over time about yourself and the other person. If we're talking about, person-to-person interaction and relationship, it's what you believe about them as well that's causing the negative things. But likewise, it's just as easy to start flipping those assumptions by affirming the positive result that you do want, and then they will reflect back to you and be pushed out and reflect back to you the positive assumptions. So it does take a bit of time, but it is important, I think, to understand that the way other people treat you, the experiences you have, it can be tangible, intangible things, whatever it is you're experiencing in your 3D reality, it's because they are a reflection of what you think and you believe in yourself. Whether it's about yourself or other people, it all gets reflected back to you. So, like I said, relationships, it can just be if you have bad luck in life, if you have negative experiences and you just believe, oh, this thing always happens to me, or I'm always late to work because of this, why do I always get the worst seat on the train, things like that. Well, it's because you believe it, so it's being reflected back to you. And I know it's called everyone is you pushed out, but it's literally everything reflected back to you in your reality. So I'm just going to read a Neville Goddard quote to you guys. And he said that the world is a mirror forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. So like I just said, it's a pretty simple concept, but it can take a bit of time for you to kind of digest it and think back of examples in your life where actually that really makes sense. That person was essentially, a mirror reflection of me. So yeah, as Neville said, the entire world, your whole 3D reality is just going to be you experiencing, not always, because sometimes it can take a while for an assumption to form. So if you have a random negative thought here and there, they're not all going to manifest. So don't panic, don't worry. You might just have a bad day and have lots of negative criticisms going through your mind. I definitely have those days, and that doesn't mean they're going to manifest. You might be like, oh my gosh, people are always such slow walkers here, and it might just be that one person and you get annoyed, but then the rest of the road is like clear. So, it can take time for certain little things to manifest. If you have a couple negative thoughts, they're not going to instantly manifest, but generally speaking, whole world, all your life experiences are a reflection of what you think, believe, and assume. So people are essentially just showing you a reflection of what you believe. So if you think about the relationships in your life, the best ones and the worst ones, you'll see where your self-concept is really strong and where your assumptions about a relationship or your self-concept is weak. So if you have a really good relationship with your parents, for example, and they always praise you and you get along and you don't argue, you're respectful of each other, then you can see, you believe that, you're a good person, you're respectful, you were raised well, whatever it is, whatever beliefs it is that relate to that. You can be like, okay, that's, good foundation I have set up there. I can move on to the next point and see where I do need to work on it. So usually, like I said, with a partner in a romantic relationship, people do struggle a lot. And that's where you can pick up a lot of your self-concept issues, whether it's you don't think, you might be like, I'm not a loyal person, like, just criticize yourself, be like, oh, but I did this, I did that, and pick up all these past experiences and just create these beliefs about yourself, like, I'm not loyal, I'm not worthy of love, I'm not attractive enough, blah, 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 whatever it is. You can really see that reflected in your relationship. So think about, how does my partner treat me? What were the things they were saying to me in our last argument? That's where you can see what you're kind of putting out energetically, mentally in your thoughts, and what they're reflecting back to you in their treatment. So that's where you can kind of flip into a positive and start affirming those positive self-concept affirmations based on the issues you experience in your relationship. Likewise, with your colleagues at work, you can see a lot of your self-concept beliefs, your career beliefs, like what do you believe about yourself in terms of your career and your work. Like I said, tangible, intangible, it can be just like your inner thoughts about yourself, your character, your personality, or it can be a literal relationship with someone, or a bad experiences that you feel like you continuously experience. So my personal overview of what everyone's you pushed out is just that the experiences you have, both good and bad, are literally mirroring back to you what you believe and think. So it can be flipped instantly as soon as you do a mental diet on those negative thoughts, and as soon as you start flipping those, negative thoughts into positive affirmations. You're going to start creating new subconscious beliefs. Like if you constantly argue with your boyfriend and you feel like they don't really love me because I'm not lovable, that might take a while to get to the root of that. You're not going to instantly be like, oh, I have this belief I'm unlovable. It might take a bit of digging deeper and deeper into your subconscious beliefs and really analyzing your experiences to get to that level. But let's say you realize that. Then you just flip it and say, I am deserving of love, I am so lovable, and my boyfriend is madly in love with me, obviously. And you just start affirming that, and it will probably instantly start to change. It might be that you're kind of like transmitting that energetically to him, and he's picking up on those, well, not picking up on, but like he's going to start reflecting back to you those assumptions. He's going to start treating you better. He's going to start seeing you that same way. And that's another thing with everyone as you pushed out, that people will start picking up those beliefs. So let's say one of my affirmations is that everyone treats me like a goddess. I've had people literally comment on my Instagram that I'm a goddess, and that specific wording shows me that the affirmation works. I've had people really go out of their way to treat me with a lot of respect, prioritize me, hold doors open for me when they really didn't have to, things like that. So you can really experience a, direct reflection of your affirmation. And it does show that not only will the experiences you have and the relationships you have in life change, but those people will also start to believe what you're affirming about yourself. So if you start to affirm that you and your partner have the best relationship ever, they're going to start to believe that, and you're going to have the 3D experiences to prove it. So yeah, it's just a mixture of you personally experiencing a better 3D reality of the things that you want, and other people starting to believe those new positive beliefs that you're creating for yourself, if that makes sense. So I think that kind of summarizes everyone as you pushed out. I don't want this to be a really long, rambly video. I want to kind of keep it more just to those basics that people will reflect back to you and mirror back to you whatever it is that you believe and assume. And whatever you believe and assume is what they will start to believe and assume as well. So not only will the experiences just naturally change, other people, everyone in your life, whether it's a stranger, a colleague, or your wife or husband or whoever, they're going to start to believe those things too, especially if you're saying it about yourself. They're going to start to see you that way as well. So it's a really powerful concept. It's kind of the foundation of your self-concept, how to improve it, the reasons why you should improve it, and the reasons why things may not be going the way you want in your life. So hopefully that gave you guys the right advice and knowledge to maybe pick up on some new self-concept affirmations, analyze certain things in your life more just to get to the root of the problem. And yeah, do thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this, if you'd like more videos on this topic, and I'll see you next time. Bye.